In this clip, we will introduce the cycle of Co Emergence. But we will start in the self perspective.
Yes, and in every single moment, we are sensing. We are sensing through our mind, our senses. We see things, hear things. We feel things, our emotions. We also have our body as an instrument, our physical sensations. And we sense the energy of ourselves, others, and the context, the situation and surroundings we are in.
When we get aware of all these sensations, all this sensing, we can create an awareness of what's going on. What's going on in me, in others, in the system. And from this awareness,
we can choose to activate, to do something, to bring something to life, to let go of something, or to change.
or we can choose to withdraw, not activate.
Yeah.
Okay, I sensed something. We won't do anything about it. Once activated, of course, we stay in sensing. But that's something that we often forget is the closure. We tend to open things to activate and to activate. But first, when we consciously close what we have activated, we can withdraw and make space for energy, brain bandwidth to activate and sense, create awareness and activate new things.
Yes. And the cycle, each step of the cycle is a fractal. So within sensing, all of these steps are available.
And within each of the steps, each of the steps are available.
Yes.
You see the fractal of. And that's what makes this an emergent practice.
Yeah.
We will always stay in sensing. We will always stay in awareness. We will always stay in activation, closure, withdrawal.
Yeah. Again and again and again.
Yeah.
And if we add a co before each of these steps, co-sense, co-awareness, co-activation, co-closure, and co-withdrawal, we get a model for change.
Yeah.
And we might even get a model for emergence.
The cycle of co-emergence.
Yeah.
And these are the three important aspects. Cycle of co-emergence. It's a cycle in nature because we can withdraw and create space for new things to emerge. First, when we actively close, what we consciously have activated out of a co-awareness from a conscious co-sensing. If we miss out of any of these steps, example, the closure, we will initiate, we'll activate. I'm sure you're familiar with this. Carrying the burden of 1,000 things to do and an endless to-do list.
Yeah.
So closing is really important.
Yeah.
And if we miss out on the co-awareness, also pretty familiar to most, we will activate things that is not planted in the common ground, the common soil.
We might not have the same view on what we'll do, why, and how. And the co are really doing this together, all of the cycle. Co-sense, bringing all of our perspectives together.
Yeah.
Much richer soil to build from.
Co-activation. Co-awareness, I forgot. Co-awareness.
Yeah.
What do we sense? And what awareness does that create in us?
Yeah.
And from that, what do we co-select to activate? Or not to?
Exactly. What might we want to withdraw from and not open out of that awareness?
Yeah.
And how do we close this together
Yeah.
so we can withdraw and open up space for new sensing.
And emergence, cycle of co-emergence. The emergent element, this being a fractal. Once we've activated, we don't stop sensing. We don't stop the awareness making process. And those are important to keep the activation moving, evolving, emerging to what we really need in the moment. In the closure as well. We still keep sensing, creating awareness, activating stuff, because maybe we're not ready to close. Yeah, you get it.
So how can you bring this into your daily life? How can you increase or become aware of your sensing? Paying attention to in every moment. Your mind, your emotions, your physical sensations, the energy you sense.
Yeah. And when you do, you will note that, wow, I have so much information.
Yeah.
It's actually astonishing.
Yeah, and how can you do that together as a team? How can you co-sense?
Yeah.
Maybe by holding a question, the same question, opening up your perception to what already is.
Yeah. Not looking for the answer to the question though.
Oh.
Just using the question to open up for a wider sensing. Leading into a dialogue of what do we sense? And what awareness does that create for us as a team? Co-awareness. And from there, what needs to be activated and what needs to be withdrawn from.
Yeah. And within the co-activation, how can you create experiments? And stay in sensing. What is our intention? What do we do? How does that play out?
Yeah.
And how do we want to maybe change or alternate what we're doing?
Yeah. And then once you're finished, how can you co-close? So we close together.
Yeah.
Celebrate, perhaps.
Yeah.
So you can co-withdraw and making space for new things, from new sensing, to come into awareness, to activate, to close, and so on.
Yeah, that's a cycle of co-emergence.
Thank you. Take care.